person makes a neder, Medrash permitted to teach halacha, haggadah, but chumash not mikro. So there's an argument: is it because of schar shimur, because you have to babysit for the kids, or it's because piece of timing? It's because the tamei mikro, the cancellations are only rabbinical, so therefore you're permitted to charge for that. So therefore, by not charging, so you're benefiting the person. Okay. Okay, so the one wants the what's the machlok? Because Rav and Shmuel, why one says schar shimur and the other one learns the Mishnah is because piece of timing. More asks ulaman yom schar piece of timing. My time of the is schar shimur. Sabar bonos mi boy my boy in shimur. Because when it says you teach children chumash, you teach girls also. So if the reason is you have to keep them controlled, girls you don't have to keep controlled. Because girls naturally, you'd learn more docile. A boy is more boisterous, so you have to keep him under control, so you have to pay a babysitting fee. But a girl, not. What? Yeah, but Rashi says something interesting here. That's what I would have. The personality of a girl is different than the personality of a boy. The Ran doesn't say that. The Ran says over here, maybe it's Rashi. Let's see. Yeah. He says over here. He says, "Bonos shalmamdin also Torah mibayin shimor inu lav urchayu lemefek abroi nechsiv kokfuta basmel nimo." Hear this? It says the pasuk in Tehillim. It says kokfuta basmel nimo. Since the way of a woman is more modest, so a woman doesn't go out. A boy, where's he interested in going? Outside. So therefore, the teacher has to pay the fee to keep him under control. But a girl naturally, she's trained by her mother to be more modest, since she has no interest in going out. So therefore, and since the Mishnah says we're not differentiating whether it's a boy or a girl, it says chumash, right? So therefore, you have no fee for a girl. So what's the fee? The answer is piece of timing. You teach the girls how to the cancellations. No. If you want to teach them, no. So what's the pshat? What's the pshat? You have a balak. Oh, so that's it. Because many pshatim, based on the tamei mikro or the trop, it indicates what exactly is being communicated through the word. Like for instance, this famous, I always say it over. It says vayimoru chayim ba'avoda kosher. We more at the seder, because this is vayimoru chayim ba'avoda kosher. Now, what is the cantillation of vayimoru chayim? Kadma v'azlo. So the Chassam Sofer and both the Vilna Gaon ask. I mean, the tune kadma v'azlo is a tune of what? Not pain or grief, it's of ecstasy. So it seems to be contrary to what actually is being stated. So what's V'imor Chayim? So Chassam Sofer says because of the V'imor Chayim that we're supposed to be there 400 years. So why were we there 210? Because that it was intensified, that compensated for those additional years. So we left 190 years early. That's the Chassam Sofer, famous Chassam Sofer. So that's why it's Kadma Vazlo. It's Simcha. Bite the bullet, you're getting out earlier. That's it. Vilna Gaon says Kadma V'Aslo, two things. Firstly, he says the numerical value of Kadma V'Aslo is 190. And also, Howard's getting excited. And secondly, what is the meaning of Kadma V'Aslo? Kadma V'Aslo. Kodem, you're going to go. You're going early. The word Kadma V'Aslo means you're going out earlier. Exactly. What the Chassam Sofer was saying, that's exactly what the meaning of, to identify that. So to understand the pshat, you need the piece of timing. Okay? Further. Somewhere says, my time with almost a piece of timing. Right? What is Sovar? Piece of timing d'oraiso. Since piece of time is d'oraisa, it's a Torah, so you're not permitted to charge. So therefore, he can't learn pshat in the Mishnah. It's because of you're letting him off on the fig. Omar Rav Bar Oven, Omar Rav Chanina, Omar Rav Ika Bar Oven said name of Rav Chanina, Omar Rav. It says in the Torah, Vayikru. Okay, it's a posuk in Nehemiah. Vayikru b'seva Torah Salokim b'forosh som seichel v'yavinu. Okay. V'yavinu b'mikro. Vayikru b'seva Torah Salokim ze mikro. What is they read and said? That's the Chumash. That's the text. Beforosh. What's beforosh? Means to elucidate it. Is a targum. It's targum. Som seichel elap psukim. Mean exactly where you put the commas and the periods. Esnachto. V'yavinu b'mikra is a piece of timing. So you see, so how do you understand v'yinu b'mikra, the mood, what's being communicated? That comes through piece of timing. Ba'amri lo elam besoros. That's the Besorah. You know, we're talking the Moli and the Chaser. There's certain words which are written, deleted, and they're read as if it is. Certain words, we'll see in a moment to give examples, they're not even written, but you still read the word, even though the word is not actually written in the pasuk. We'll speak about Kriya and Ksiv. Sometimes you have a Ksiv, it's written, but you don't read it as it's written. And sometimes you have, it's not written at all, and you insert the word. Amar Rav Yitzchak, Mikra Sofrim, we do find two things. Rav Yitzchak says this, Mikra Sofrim, the Ita Sofrim. Sofrim means the ones who counted the words, like Mar says in Kedushin. Right? The Ita Vikarion, V'lo Ksivon. Ksiv v'lo Karion. He said you have certain things which are written, which are read, but are not written. Certain things which are written and not read. What's that based upon? Halacha Mishmi Sinai. That's Halacha Mishmi Sinai. Mikra Sofrim. Okay, what's Mikra Sofrim? Gives examples. Eretz, Oretz, Shomayim, Mitzroyim. So the Ran explains, you find some, let's say you have a soap pasuk. Let's say you have a patach. There's a upan material. You have a patach. So when do you read an azanah if you don't speak Sfardit? Okay? Unless it's either a snachta, a kama, or it's a sof pasuk. Right? It's Mitzrayim, but at the end of the pasuk, or it's read Mitzroyim. Right? So that's a komatz. That's Mikra Sofrim. Itur, what's Itur Sofrim? Itur Sofrim means you speak, you express it in a more elaborate way because it like beautifies it. Itur Sofrim. Achat Tavoru. Achat Telech. Achat Teosef. It could have said, left out the word. Achar, first is when Avram Avinu was speaking to the Malachim, eat you. Achat Tavoru. But Tavoru, what's the Achar? It goes and enhances it, like beautifies it. It's more eloquent to speak this way. It says, Koscha Kare Kale. Karyan Volksivon. These certain things, it's read, although the word is not there. Pras de Belechto, Ishka Shayishal, Ish B'dvar Elokim, Boyim, V'nivnaso, Lo Plato, Es Dahagid Hugad, Elai Dagor, we'll see the run, Elai Dasorim, Halein Karim Volksivon. All these things are read, although the words, certain words which are not in the pasuk, but you read the pasuk as if the word is not there. But you read the pasuk as if the word is there. So that's Karion V'Luksivon. You read it, although it's not written in the pasuk. All these things are in Navi. It's not in the Torah itself. Yeah, right. Only one. But that example is not given over here. I don't know. Because could be there. If the word is written, but you read it different. Patchorim, right over there. Over here, the word, but here the word is not written, period. These are examples, the word is not, it's Karian Veluksivon, period. No, over there it says this should be read as that. This is an example where nothing's written, and you insert the word. That's the way the Ran explains it. This is Halacha Mishmi Sinai. This is Halacha Mishmi Sinai, at the Pasuk in Navi, when you read it, it's as if that word's there, although it's not there. That's the way you have to read it. Let's see the Ran. These are all Navi. This is all Navi. Mikra Sof Eretz Oretz Kisheyesh Bo Asnachta Nikra Oretz Bekomatz. Shamayim Mitzroyim Afi She'em Behem Aleph. Now, when you say Shah Mayim, right? When you write Yiddish or you write Hebrew, let's say something has like it's elongated. You insert an aleph to indicate that's elongated. So let's say you would say Shah Mayim. So Shah. If it's read as if there's an aleph, but there's no aleph, right? It's shin aleph, but it's read Shamayim is written shin mem yud mem, or mitzroyim royim, right? There should be an aleph there, but there is no aleph. So that's what that's mikra sofrim shalpi she'em b'em aleph nikrom kilu hoysum hem. The pronunciation is if there is, right? If it's read, that's when it's a sof pasuk. If it's in the middle of Shamayim, my doesn't have the aleph sound. But if it's a sof pasuk, you read it with a komatz, it's shamoyim. So it sounds as if there's an aleph there, but there's no aleph. We do pronounce that. Shamoyim. Ito sofrim. No. Not a mistake, but it's correct. That's the correct way to read it. It's interesting, modern Hebrew, the pronunciation, like everything's a patach, everything. But a person who really knows how to Sfardit, the Sfard, like the Yemenites, they read it differently. If it's a komatz, it's a patach. It's a different pronunciation. Everything's even the the patach, it's pronounced differently. They pronounce it differently. They with one brush, they fault the Hasidim because they took the hu and they turned it into a he. But that they took the patach and took the komatz, turned it into a patach, that's okay. You understand? Okay. I understand, even though it doesn't change the meaning. With them, it changes the meaning. It changes the. No, this halach from Shemisina. Yeah, it's all part of the Masorah. Yeah. Well, first of all, there's certain rules. Yeah. The guttural, by them more than anybody. They even differentiate between a gimel where it is, gimel and zayin, they pronounce it differently. They pronounce the Yemenites gimel, jimel. They don't say gimel, like the. They say jim. Their pronunciation is the most accurate pronunciation in terms of what the original Masorah was from Sinai, the Yemenites. It's a known fact. Everything else, there were slight changes because of the language we spoke. Therefore, the throat wasn't trained to be able to pronounce the language the way they pronounce it.
In Beijing, you have Migdal or...
That's nothing like this.
Well, again, it's a different pronunciation.
That's a different vowel. Not a different pronunciation. It's a different vowel. Magdil Migdal. It's a different thing. It's a different word.
A whole different word. So it's not pronunciation.
No, that's not only pronunciation. It's a different vowel. What is the vowel? Is it chirik or is it patach? Okay. No, that comes from Europe, because in Russia, where he came from, that's where they rolled their R's. Among the different Israelis, he came from Poland, you say the race differently than if he came from Russia. No. I mean, Moroccans go r. They don't go with the throat. All this, that's all the influence of Eastern Europe. Yeah. Ito Sofrim, what's Ito? It's beautified. The way the Torah expresses it, it's like more eloquent. Achat tavor, achat telechu, achat teosev, kidmu shorim achanognim, kolhani achar mutarinim. The word achar is really, it's superfluous. Ve'enet ela tiferes haloshin. It's only to beautify, to be more eloquent. Davali michtav sadu dichim v'tavoru. Right? Satisfy yourself and go by the balochim. Tisog yeshivas yomim v'tiyosei by Miriam. Right? 7 days she'll be sequestered, and then she'll come back. Kidmu sharb nognim elosh dichlu l'tiferes haloshin. It's only it makes it more eloquent. It's kos kare kale. Havali michtav tzikosach hare. What's ki hare? Who are the great mountains? Even the great angels need God's righteousness. Why do you refer to Kare Kale? Tiferes Haloshin. Divrei Mori Isi, the Ito Sofrim Hainish Kosum Tam Mafsik. Meaning they actually it's the punctuation of the sentence. It's V'achach tavoru achat keftis. Oteosim kidmu shor v'achach nognim tzikos karel nipsak betam kare mimilas kale. Meaning it's kare kama kale. So that gives us a way to understand it, to have a better understanding how it's read. See, the difference between two pshatim is it in the words or is it in the in the sefer we have there's no punctuation, right? Tomar yekatel loma shemilas kel hafucha kilo hoiso betchilas haposuk upirusho kel tzidkoscho niglis kohorim sheim gluyim elmole hahepsik hoyo b'mashra achash delchu achash tavoru. After you go achash shelso kidmu shorim achanognim kidmu lahem tzidkoscho kahorim shel kel korele ito sofrim. Why is it called ito? It's like the beautification. Mishum dema'achi lo lemilsa b'tamei kriya. It actually gives us a greater understanding of the pasuk. Karim loksiva, poras de belechto, mishul kloshiv yodo binhar pras. Now the word pras, kri veloksiv. The word it doesn't say the word pras pras is the river, the Euphrates. The word when you read the pasuk in Shmuel, the word pras is not written in the pasuk, but yet when you read the pasuk, you read as if it's written there. Okay, further. Ish kishan yishal b'shmul nami hagabe achitov ksher yishal ish divrei elokim ish kri v'loksiv. The word ish is read, but it doesn't say the word ish in the pasuk. Boim divinivdeso b'yumra nami hine yomim boim numashem. It says the days are coming. V'nivdeso, the city will be built. The word nivdeso is not written in the pasuk. Boim, boim kri v'loksiv. The word boim is not written in the pasuk. Okay. Lol the Plato, so Yimba, Buas Bovel, Yilo the Plato, Lok Kri, Veluksif. Again, it's read, but it's not written in the pasuk. Let's see the Bov. Yeah. As to Hugad, we said Hugad, we got there, right? Berus Vayam Boaz Vayoma Loch, right? He said to her, Hugad. He became right when he gave her the extra. Li kol asher sisas kamosech, high S. When it says S, kri v'loksiv. Doesn't say S in the pasuk. Miu b'svorim shalom with kri uksiv. By us, in our text, we'll see in the Gemara later, even though in the Gemara, in that text it didn't say it, therefore it says it's read, it's not. In our text, it is written, V'api b'sora lo mitkar le b'hanachrayim. Eli dagorin. Right? It says also, he told his workers, Boaz, he should let her alone, let her take whatever she wants. Eli dagorin, Brus nami, who? Tome eleo, eskol asher tomri Eli eser, v'bosh ashachra v'teira gorin, v'taz kechol asher tzipso chamoso, v'kor Eli dagorin, avgav dahukro, leko dagorin, came to some of the posik lachuk. Eli hasorim, Rus nami hu, v'tome sheish sorim. He gave her a certain measure of barley. Ela nosatli ki omer Eli ksiv kri v'luksiv. The word Eli, it's read, but it's not written in the pasuk. Ksivon, what are examples of where it's written and it's not read? Right? Not further. Ksivon v'lokarion no devayislach. So Rashi says b'mlochin shtechvisi lo rimon yislach no Hashem lavdo ksiv no. Even though it says no in the pasuk, v'lok mikri. We don't read the word no. Okay. It doesn't change the meaning. It's just, it means please. So you leave please out. Zos da mitzvah. So he says, this is in Veschan on the Ran says, Kach v'tzachosim lo nipsa b'sor shalom. Yidroch da hadroch sof yirmo, yidroch hadroch kashto, yidroch sheni ksiv lo kri. It says, yidroch da dorich. Chomesh de Paas Negev, Im de V'chigoel, Halen Ksiva, all these things they're written, but we don't read it. Omer Abach Bar Ado, the Marva Paskin Ladein Psuka L'Tlosim Psuki. This pasuk we divide, even though the way we have it, it's written as one pasuk, but in Eretz Yisrael, according to their punctuation, the one pasuk is divided into three psukim. V'yom Hashem el Moshe, Hine Anochi Bo Elecha Ba'avo Onon. Omer Rav Choma Bar Chanino, Omer Rav Choma Bar Chanino, Beis B'tchilo Lo Heshem Moshe Elam B'Psol Sheshon Famous Gemara, right? How did Moshe, Moshe? Now it says, how did the Jews become wealthy when they left Egypt? They borrowed. Moshe didn't borrow anything, because he was busy searching out the Atzmos Yosef. So how did he become wealthy? Moshe was wealthy. He became wealthy again. Omer Rav Choma Bar Chanino. Beis B'tchilo lo Hashem Moshe Elam Psolos Shaluchos. Hashem was cut out of sapphire, so there were shavings. So he was given those shavings to write. Shenam Psolocho Shnei Luchas Avodim Kirishanim Psoloson Shaloch Yehi. Psol means to carve it out. The psola should be yours. Omer Rav Yosef Bar Chanina lo nida Torah el Moshe Lazaro Shenemar Ksav Lecho Psolocho. The Torah is his. Moshe nog ben Tovas Ayin. You hear this? Moshe, because he had a good eye, v'nosli Yisrael, all because of Omer Tov Ayin hu Yevorach. We'll see in a moment. It says the Torah was given to him personally. He went and he gave the Torah as a gift. He gave it to Klal Yisrael. Let's see Rashi. 1 second. Moser of Chizda of Osi Tziva Hashem Be'isei Lamid Eschem. Vosi tziva v'ani lochem. Rei lamad yesem chug mishpat nishat tzivin Hashem Elokoi. Osi tziva v'ani lochem. Vat kislem shira zos. Hashira l'chudo. Lamad yeli hashira zos leid lebnei Yisrael. So how could you say it was given to him? And he what? And he gave it because of Zayin Tova. It was given to him to give over to Klal Yisrael. Right? We're quoting many psukim. El pilpul dalma. The pilpul. Yeah? That's what he gave to Klal Yisrael. Let's see Rashi. What's pilpulo? Rashi. Bosar Avchiz, Vosi Tziva Hashem Beisei, Alma Dashen Tzivo, Lamedis Yisrael, Farkino, Nani Lochem, Krohikama, Vosi Tziva Hashem Beisei, Vanino Sadias Libi, Lalamid, Eschem Chug Mishpotim, Lamantiat Li Ashur Zos Leid, Vishur Levado Komar, Mai Sadusiko. So on that morning, Pupul Balma, Nosla Lamoshe, Vu Nosam Tovas Ein Li Yisrael. Meaning, understand, normally a person can know laws, but to be able to delve, to have an understanding for its application, that wasn't given to Klal Yisrael. That was given to Moshe. So that ability to extrapolate and to delve, that gift that was given to Moshe, that he gave over to Klal Yisrael. Why did he give it over? That was Tovas Ayin. That was the Tovas Ayin. That was because he had a good eye. See what Rashi says. What's Pupula? Lahovin Dovim Tov Dovru, Nit Moshe, B'ni Bo Tovas Ayin, V'nis L'Yisrael. You know, it's interesting. You know, there's a famous question they ask. You know, the text of the Bracha Birchas Torah is what? Asher Kiddushan Savat Simonu, Lasok B'divrei Torah. Right? What does Lasok mean? To engage. But what's the mitzvah? Mitzvah is Limud Torah. Right? It should say, Asher Kiddushan Savat Limo Torah. Limo Torah. So why is the text Lasok? So I'm saying, so they give many answers. Even though the Sfardim, they don't use, that's not their text. Okay, so Howard's clearly not a Sfardim. It's Al Divrei Torah. Sheikh Shan Silvano, Al Divrei Torah. That's the text of Sfardim. But we say, Ashkenazim say Lasok Divrei Torah. So I'm saying, so the Maral explains, the Lasok is because, let's say a person spends 10 hours trying to figure out a piece of Gemara. And you don't understand it. So you say, so what did you learn today? I'm still confounded. I didn't get anywhere. See me, you receive no schar for limud Torah. You do. The mitzvah is lasok. It's the process. It's to engage in Torah. Lilmo, the connotation is the understanding. You have no understanding. So it's one's application to try to understand. That's the mitzvah of Talmud Torah. Therefore, the text is lasok. That's the morale of Prague, the way he explains it. But with this, it's very good also. What was given to us, to be taught to us? The black of definitive halacha. But the understanding to extrapolate it for other situations, that was given to Moshe as a gift. Moshe, because of Zayin Tov, he gave it to us. That's the pulpula. So that's lasuk. To be able to delve, to extrapolate, that's also the mitzvah. But that originally only was given to Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe, he gave that to us. Comes out a little difficult. I'm just Yeah. No, but it's difficult over here. If Hashem says, teach them the what? Definitive halacha. Not the understanding. That's not what that's for you to understand. So let's say Moshe would have chosen it just for himself. That means it would have come to an end. Right? So the able to extrapolate, Davim Tochvav, as the Rashi says, wouldn't have been. So how does that become part of our mitzvah? The mitzvah that was given to Klal Yisrael is the definitive halacha. Delving into it, that's not the mitzvah. Moshe was given a mitzvah to delve. He shared that with us. So I'm saying, so if he shared it with us, well, how does that become our mitzvah? It was never given to us. You understand? A mitzvah is given to a Kohen to officiate. It's his mitzvah. Or the Yisrael does that mitzvah, it's not a mitzvah to him. So if the Pilpula is considered for Moshe Rabbeinu, why is that considered Limud Torah for us? Because he shared to give it to us. You my difficult. You just understand just conceptually what this is. To engage in the words of Torah. That's literally what it means. That's a separate. No, that's separate. Does anybody ever say pilpula? One second. Pilpula. One second. Also, it's interesting. It says the Torah was given to Moshe ulazaro. I mean, the pilpul of Torah was given to Moshe and his family. Moshe chose to share with everyone. That's Ayin Tova. I mean, it's interesting. No. Zaro's not. No, his personal family. Zaro means his personal seed, his children. But it's interesting. So, they have a different mitzvah of Talmud Torah than us? It's not possible.
Yeah, but you taught us many times that the students of the Rebbeim are like children. That they're like his children. If we respect the rabbi as a father, then the opposite is also true. That we're like children to you. So that it could be that we're as if spiritual Zaro of the Rebbe.
So what did he give us?
No, it's a charge.
No. But he says he gave it because it was Ayin Tova. Hashem gave it originally to him and his children.
Yeah,
but for his children, that means it was in Zayin Tova. That was his obligation. According to what you're saying, that was his obligation. It says he gave it to him and Zaro. Right. Moshe chose to give it to the rest of the Jews. But if they're all his students, so everybody's Zaro. According to your pontification and extrapolation and sermonization.
I had a teacher said, I taught you everything you know, but I didn't teach you everything I know. So Moshe still has in his head that he taught us what a Rebbe teaches. If Moshe Rabbeinu, he had to teach us.
I have a particular way that Hashem told Moshe to do X and Y.
No, he didn't. This is right. That's Ayin Tova. I'm giving you more. Let's say I have an obligation to do the law. I'm giving the obligation to give you so much. And out of my good heartedness, I give you more. Did I do something wrong? I'm expanding chesed.
Right.
I'm giving you a deeper understanding of Torah. I think the pshat's like this. Why? My question was, why is the Torah? So I think it's like this. The Rashi says, what's pilpula? Limud dov mitov dover. To be able to understand at a level to apply it elsewhere. So you're extrapolating. Originally, it was definitive halacha. Well, let's see a person's able to extrapolate and understands the application elsewhere. So you're expanding definitive halacha. Right? You're expanding the scope of what definitive halacha, because if you don't understand, you have a limitation. But if you understand the inner workings of what you learn, so now definitive halacha expands. So it's always the lilmud am aslasos. Since the lilmud is supposed to be am aslasos, you're supposed to study to actualize the mitzvah. So if here, when I'm studying it, the studying is for definitive. And I'm obligated in definitive halacha. That's what you have to say. Does he say anything on the bottom there? Pilpula. That's Pilpula. That's who explains it. Rush is here on the page. Rush. Pilpula. Havonas v'charifos. Havona v'charifos. V'hainu kisun shaloch kikol. Chochem v'asecho remuzim. B'chsav haTorah b'tzuras osius. Okay? Okay, further. Om Rabbi Yochanan, Eina Kodesh Baruch Hu Mashiach Chinos Elo Al Gibor. He switches Chochem v'Gibor v'Oshir Balkoma. Hashem does not allow His presence to dwell upon a person unless he's wise, he's strong, wealthy, and humble. V'Kulim Moshe, and we're able to learn this all from Moshe Rabbeinu because he had all these characteristics. Siv v'Yifros es oil al Mishkan. It says he spread the tent on the Mishkan. Okay. V'amar Moshe Rabbeinu pirso v'chsiv eser amos orach hakeresh. So how did he spread it? He had to be very tall. Emo de'orach v'kotin. Emo de'orach v'kotin. Al Moshe gavoa Eser Amasoya became Godel Kochab Mistama Giber Hoya. He was that tall. You know, a body can't hold itself. If you're nearly 20 feet tall, over 20 feet tall, how do you maintain yourself? Right? You just fold over. So evidently, if you have that kind of constitution, evidently you have to be strong. Okay? He says maybe Orch Bekomo, the cotton. Maybe he was tall, but he was weak. Ella min adenkro. Dichsiv ve'espos b'shnei luchos v'ashlichim al shtei yodai v'ashabrein. Moshe carried the what? The two luchos, and he says he threw them, he smashed them. V'tanya aluchos orkan shisha v'rochman orka. V'rochman shisha v'ovin shlosha. So how do you carry such a thing? Even if you go with Chazal, it's not simple. We're talking about the luchos could have weighed a ton. How does he carry it? So evidently, from there we see he was very strong. No, but it's solid stone. Talking about 6 by 6 by right, right. Right.
Why wouldn't you go with what Governor Balak said, that you don't carry the Torah carries you? So why wouldn't you say
Why David Melech? The Torah says it. By the Oron, it says no. It's no says no saying.
Right. I'm thinking when the Oron fell over.
But it says it explicit by the luchos. The reason why he dropped the luchos was humanly they were too heavy to carry. But because they sinned with the Chet Egel, therefore that's the reason he didn't have the strength. That's why he threw them down. He smashed them. He could have put it down, right? What, he throw it? As he felt, he couldn't carry. He just threw it. But see, again, it's no says no saying. It carries itself. It was miraculous.
Right.
It had nothing to do with his strength.
Yes.
That's the question. See, but the Gemara is not going with that. The Gemara is showing from here. Okay, further. Oshir, Psolucha, Psolos and Shaloch, right? The shavings, the carvings, the luchas were his. Yay. Chocham, how do we know he was Chocham? Rabbi Shmuel, Dami Tavayo, Chamishim, Shari, Bino, Nivra, Bolam. The 50 gates of understanding. V'kulam l'Moshe Chosa Achas. Yeah, except one. He knew 40. Shenema v'tachsherim matmi elokim. Now, which one didn't he know? So there's a famous maral on this. The 50th. What's the 50th? That's the essence of Hashem, which is impossible. The Ramban in his introduction to Chumash. So that's v'tachsireu matmi elokim. He was lacking a slight understanding of Elokim. Samach. Rega. Where's the pasuk? Where's the pasuk? Tashri matmi elokim. On the second side of the page. Yeah. Second. Yeah. Tilim. Ches. Okay, further. Onav, how do you know the Chsiva? Moshe Onav Mod? Right. He was Onav, he was the most humble. On Rabbi Yochanan Kol Neviim Ashirim Hoyu. All prophets were wealthy. Hear this. Minolam, Mi Moshe, Umishmuel, Mi Omos, Mi Yona. Because you find all these Nevi'im, they were wealthy. Moshe Dichsiv, Lo Chamar Echod Mehem Nosasi. Right, when he releases, they always had claims against. He says, did I ever take a donkey from them? Ibelo Igro, Lafuki Man, the Shoko Belo Igro. What is it? What he says? I didn't take a donkey for them. Ibelo Igro. Is it speaking what he Ibelo Igro? I mean, he didn't pay the fee. Lafuki Man, the Shoko Belo Igro. He's coming and say, I paid whatever I took. Is he praising himself that he didn't take it without payment? He didn't need their donkey. Dilma Mishum Danihu? He said, no. What's the Anihu? Maybe because he was poor. So he had no choice. I didn't take a donkey from them. Who was poor? No, how does that mean he was poor? Call me Shurotza Chamor Shavero below Schar. My mal Yusi will have a gazlan and cruelly I'm never gonna Dilma Hodlo Shokal Afil Bigro Lab Mishum Moshe Dilma Mishum Doni Hava. Will Havale Masuos Lochilo. No. He says he was poor, he had no baggage. He didn't need a donkey. He says, I didn't take a donkey from them. Person says, yeah, I need a moving truck. We have no furniture. What do you need a moving truck for? Right? Okay. From there we know. Shmuel, the Chsiv, Hineni, Anu bi neged Hashem v'neged Mashicho. We just read the Torah. Eshor mi lokachti v'char mi lokachti. I b'chinom, mafugim an d'shoko b'chinom. El afilu b'schar. Mors dilmoni havo. El mihocho tshuvoso haramoso kisham beso. Meaning, when he traveled, he was he circulated throughout Eretz Yisrael, and he would rule and give musar. When he traveled, he never benefited. He was self-contained. How could a man be self-contained? The answer is he was a wealthy man. He needed nobody. Not their vessels, not their food, nothing. Okay, that's uchuvoso haramose kisham beso. V'amaravo kol moksha holach beso imo. Wherever he went, his house was with him. Omaravo godlu mashenem b'shmuel yosef mashenem b'moshe dilu b'moshe rabbeinu ksiv lo chamer echod mehem nososi afil b'schar v'gabi shmuel afil b'rotzen lo sochro. What's avil b'sochro? Dichsiv yomer lo ashaktonu v'lo ritzasonu. Yeah? Meaning, they said he never victimized us, and he never tried to convince us that we should be willing to give it. Zimnin misratzu mishum ksufu v'lo nechlu. Yeah? Sometimes a person, he asks something. What happens? He only acquiesces because he's ashamed to say no. They said Shmuel never put us in that circumstance. Never. No, because Moshe, it could be they agreed because he asked them. Shmuel never asked. He never asked for anything, Shmuel. That's our level. I never put you in a place that you feel pressured that you have to acquiesce. Almost almost lo novi anochi v'lo ben novi. Anochi ki boker ani uboles shkomim kimtag Rav Yossi are mori gisi ano v'shakvid li b'shifalto. What does that mean? What does that mean? Had Rav Yossi interprets it. Are mori giti ano ushkomim li b'shifalto. How do you interpret that? How does he interpret that pasuk? In Aramaic. I'm a prominent of the press, the wine press. Ushkomim li b'shafalta, and I have sycamore trees in the low-lying area. No, that afterwards. Sycamores. Mori gisi ano. He says cattle. Gisi is cattle. I think gisi are sheep in Aramaic. Yeah. He's mikne. Yeah. Yonich sevitin schora vayerid bo. It said he paid a passage on the ship. How do you put passage on the ship? V'omer of Yochanan shenosas schor shel sfina kul. He paid full payment. Omer of Romanus. The trip that Yonah had to take, it cost 4,000 golden coins when he was thrown off the boat.
Showing that he was wealthy.
You could afford. It's like this, the Titanic. Okay? The Titanic, they were thrown off, and he was thrown off. Okay. No, but you see something phenomenal from this, where we bring the proof from. Where was Yonah? Yonah was fleeing from Hashem. Right? Why was he fleeing from Hashem?
Give the prophecy to Nimrod.
Why?
Because it would be a pusha.
It would be a chil Hashem.
Right.
Why was he willing to spend that there should have to be a chil Hashem?
He was willing to spend everything not to do it.
See, that's exactly. We're bringing proof he was wealthy because what the passage cost.
Right.
And why did he want such expensive passage? Comes to but you see, what were his priorities? You'd say, you catch a boat. Of course, every Wednesday you don't pay for the Staten Island ferry. Okay, no big deal. Go to Staten Island. But to pay 4,000 gold coins, this is a king's ransom. Initial Moshe, we studied Torah, he would forget it until it was given to him. When after the 40 days, when he finished speaking to him, then it was given to him. Further, now it says a person makes a neder, he's not going to benefit from someone, so that other person is able to feed his family, his wife, his children, although the husband is obligated to feed his family. But he's not permitted to feed his animal, right? Whether it's a kosher species, not kosher species. Rabbi Lezer Omer zonis abtemeyo, he's permitted to feed the non-kosher species. Veda zonis ator. Omru lo, so they said to Rabbi Lezer, the Chachomim, to Rabbi Lezer, ma being tmei Torah. Omru shator atorah nafsho l'shamayim. V'guf shelo, he says a kosher species nafsho l'shamayim v'guf shelo. What does that mean? That its life is l'shamayim, meaning that's brought as a korban. But what? But the meat belongs to him. Mm-hmm. So if you feed the animal, that means he's going to be a beneficiary. The tmeyo, nafsho, v'gufu l'shamayim. She'ein lo b'heter achilo, v'nim she'eneneh b'pitumo. So if the fattening, but you use it as a work animal, right? He says, in terms of the kosher species brought as a korban, so if it's a larger korban, if you feed it, I can benefit from it. Of course, the blood, an animal, as long as you sprinkle its blood, it's kosher. You have kapara. So it's nafshul shamayim. But what about the physicality of the animal? Who eats that? Who's the beneficiary of that? So by you feeding my animal, I'm a direct beneficiary. But if behemoth tmeyo, that you can't eat it, I'm not a beneficiary. He could sell the non-kosher species to a goy. The goy could eat it. He could use it as dog food, right? Horse meat, donkey meat. Okay, so that's where they disagree. They say bein Torah, bein Tamei. He makes a differentiation. See the Ran over here. The Torah's mitzvah askino v'lo mitoras piron shel bal. The same even though because we had before, remember, we had a machlokes Chonon and the Chachomim. Chonon says that a person can pay somebody else's debt because it's Mavrei Hari. Chacham argue. So over here, the Ran is saying, Ran is consistent with what he said before. The Mishnah is going even like the Chachomim. Why? Because over here is doing a mitzvah. When I do it for my own interest, I'm doing it. A chesed, I'm feeding this man's family. Even though he has to feed his family. That's only a side benefit that the Ran said earlier. If you're just a coincidental beneficiary, that's not called you're benefiting from me. If there's no other reason doing it other than for you, then that's a problem. That's what he says, the Ran. Avigor Rabban Anasio, the Torah's mitzvah, nun, where's the nun? The Torah's matona. Askino v'lo b'toras pirod shel balchov shechai b'zonasem v'avgad damud misani she'enu tzorach losses lamizonis ha'hiano d'meli yosnes behemto d'mahaneu mamosh b'nei shemalo b'domim. It's going up valley. Rebbe Lezer Omer zonas abdem conversion was l'shkem she'en bo l'muder hanoas achilo. He is not able to eat it. Yeah. Good. And on them zonos from the goof shalo lachilo hilko I befatul mani tmei dav shevgush b'hem shein lo bo heter achil nib shein nem shemitz areu bo chelov kochovim the Ran now shochen also they'll eat horse meat, they'll eat donkey meat. Shim befutemus lochen also bioser o machil klovim nib shein bitumer bring visra, he has more flesh. Venirul Rebbe Lezer lo shari betumeo elo lezoino Mezainis he saved the lefatma bishum svil they came they no meres lachilo elam locho ena nena bailim biptuma dajum efant kotfei. Of the Shabbat, what he's saying, he said, like when you work with an animal, you want it to be lean because if it gets too fat, it doesn't work as well. Meaning, an animal is a donkey is a burden of beast. We don't think about an animal. If it dies, I'll feed it to my dogs or to a guy. That's not its function. You know, it reminds me. No, to feed it just to feed it, even Rebbe Lezer agrees. Because if it's fed, it's strong. We're talking about it's beyond. The person himself feeding his own animal. Somebody wants to feed it to fatten it. So since fattening, it's a detriment to the person who owns the animal because it's not going to work as well. The b'chiyai gavna v'adi ma'neu b'shem tanakama posik v'ton lo'zon nebehemto bein t'mei bein Torah mashu b'kulu the mechasa b'Torah mitzanami b'tmei ma'adalei Reb Lezer lo elo ika gavna duzonis atmeyo api she'enu zonis Torah. Neither Torah mistim lishnei. All the Tana writes in a very ambiguous samachle amai domrlo the ma'adalei Reb Lezer b'shak v'taryo mukta Reb Lezer shari b'tmei elo b'zonis yishseirim. If you want to to fatten it, it's interesting. There's the halacha of it says that if a person's a nazir and he comes and he asks you for wine, you're not permitted to offer him wine. Let's say a Jew wants to eat, what's it called? A goy wants to eat even minachai, even non-Jews not permitted to eat a limb off a living animal. And he says, I'd like to purchase it from you. You're not permitted to give it to him. Of course, it's left even the Siddiq, you're putting stumble out. So Tosa says, if that's the case, if a person wants to buy a horse or a donkey, are you permitted to sell him? Right? So he said, since when a person buys a living horse and donkey, which are not meant to be eaten, so he said, well, you never know, he may slaughter it and kill it. He doesn't keep dietary laws. But since the function and the value is for work, not for that, has no relevance to Lifnei L'Siddim Mirshal. No, but again, but it's the same idea. He's saying he's differentiating a work animal. You fatten it, it's not good. Well, but you realize if it dies, you could sell it to a goy or whatever. It's irrelevant. That's not what its function is. Okay, very good. Omar Rav Yitzchak Bar Chanan Yom Rafuna Hamuder Hano B'Chavra Mutar Lahasi Lo Esbito. Hear this? A person says, "I will not benefit from you." You're permitted to allow him to marry your daughter. He's benefiting. He's marrying your daughter. If the possessions of the father of the Kala, he says, you cannot benefit, he says to his future son-in-law, you will not benefit from my estate. But now he marries a daughter, so he's going to inherit. Right? What do you mean? We're told he's marrying his daughter off when she's a minor. So he has a built-in maid. You're benefiting from my asset. He was speaking about where the man said, I will not benefit from your assets. The father-in-law said, I will not benefit from your assets. Nevertheless, he's permitted to marry his daughter to the man. She's an adult. A minor girl, where he's giving him a built-in housekeeper, he can't marry his daughter. Because the daughter is, until she's indulged, she's like his chattel. I'm giving you something. But if she's fully mature, so she's no longer his domain, well, but you realize you have my daughter. That's not called benefiting. It's interesting. It's understood midaito. What is it? And it's only if she consents. Meaning, let's say the father has to actually encourage his daughter to marry her. So then the father's participating in encouraging to enter into marriage. It's a problem. It has to be midaito. She has to be willing on her own to marry the man. She doesn't need any convincing from the father. Okay, let's see the run. Hare most of the shifra shakso the bito gnaro askinon el b'shlich sechos nasurno vikal kamashon abvishin nechos nasurno lo mutal hasi lo bito she's chayv lezona achakim menutzamen v'dolim zo omru zona sisho zbona ve'adamrit mutal hasi bito kloimar im hu yochol lezona es bito bisboda b'rishuso shu chayv zono seho. If you're permitted to feed his family even when he's obligated, koshkim shuchol lezona ose ach shenosis chayv zona sisho my kamashon bito bogeres lo iu kamaslo umidaito time to koyov the music claim shimochi do midaito he the game shibogro shumein lovi rushuspo inami midaito mutik daito the choson im sheosa shaliach lidvar the dabri imo aliske nesuin. Yet let's say the son, this man, sends his father to speak to your daughter to convince her to marry me, like I explained it. Also the kamhani lake that is not permitted. Just go a little further. Tanya Mihochi said, Omer Rab Yaakov, Hamadiv no l'Talmud Torah, mutal l'malos l'chovish al-mayim, l'hadl t'osanir. Yeah. Ha'ov adiro shelo yeda ov mimenu k'dei shelo yismatlu mitalmud Torah. Ha'ov mahidiro shelo yeda oviv mimenu Yeah, the father said like this. The father said, I will not benefit from you, from the son. Why? Because he's afraid he benefits from the son. He'll take him away from his studies. Like this, he can't ask him, do this for me or do that for me.
Right.
So the father says, I will not have any benefit from my son. Okay? The son is permitted to draw water on behalf of his father and to light the candle. But he made it that he's not going to benefit from it. The answer is why? Because that's mitzvah's lav lehenis to do. Let's keep it off. Rabbi Yitzchak litzl dakot, even to broil a fish for him. Rabbi Yochanan muda no mechaver mutla ashkosu koshel shalom. My new Abba Tigro Koshel Beis Ovel, Maro Amri Koshel Beis Amerchotz. Okay, what's the reason? You have to say, the Mstam Mili Zuchi Kihani Leke Bittel Limitora Lo Adre. Well, Perusha, the Tanya Maisvech Jurhir to Damtor Lemlochov Hitel or Rabbi Yossi. I just want to tell over a story. There's a book that was written on Rosh Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. Shlomo Zalman Auerbach was walking Shari Chesed. This is what Shari Chesed was still Shari Chesed. Okay, it wasn't Lawrence, Shari Chesed. So, and he sees a father walking with his son who's a chassan. He's a chassan. It's the Shabbos Ufruf, and the father is carrying a bench, and the son's walking next to him. So Shlomo Zalman Auerbach says to the father, "What is this? You're carrying the bench, and your son's walking." So he says, "My son's a Talmud Chacham. I don't want to benefit from Torah. It's a disrespect that my son should carry the bench. I'm carrying the bench for my son." You hear this? Shlomo Zalman gets angry, says to the son, "Your Torah has no value. You allow your father to carry the bench? He's your father. You carry the bench." And he told the father he's doing the wrong thing. And the son, it's totally lopsided. You understand? Yeah, the father's making a neder not to benefit from the son because he doesn't want to detract the son from his learning. So he says the reason why it's permitted here to fill up a cup of water, why? Because he didn't mean things which are inconsequential. It means serious interruptions of his learning. I want you to work for a day to cover my electric bill. That's something else. To be continued.